Hey YouTube, this is Bill. This is a video, another outdoor video of Bluetooth battery speakers, portable, and these are hardly my top of the line speakers. I kind of felt guilty. They've been sitting around as I've been testing all the other higher line speakers, Bose, EV, so I figured I would break these out and give it a try. So on the left here we have the Fishman, which is called the battery-powered Fishman. And then on the right, we have a Behringer MPA Pro. And I've been setting it up for a little while. It's kind of been difficult. The Fishman has been a more powerful speaker. Then again, it's pricier. You get what you pay for. The Behringer has some good volume, but when it reaches its limit, it starts distorting. So I had to kind of play with it until I was able to balance the two speakers out. If you've seen my other video that had the Fishman Loudbox Mini Charge Go there, one of my biggest complaints or comments was the fact that it is not pole mountable. That's why it's sitting on the floor. So that really affects the throw of a speaker, especially if you're playing to an audience. If there's people in front of us right now, the speaker would be playing toward their knees. All the sound would be absorbed by the bodies. So getting the speaker up on a pole is the way to do it. But the Fishman, unfortunately, is not able to do that. No pole mount. Here's my settings. On the master, I have it at 12 noon. And then when we come around in the back here, this is your mix out XLR. So you have that one cable from the Fishman, XLR to XLR in on the Behringer into channel 1. Channel 1, if you look at my setting, I have it at 2 o'clock. And my master level is also at 2. Bass at 12, and I had to boost the treble quite a bit to 3/4 to get it sounding nice. Again, I had to boost the Behringer quite a bit higher than the Fishman. The Fishman has much more headroom, and it's cleaner to do it too. The Behringer, like I mentioned before, reaches its limit, starts distorting. Okay, we're gonna do a little sound demo. This is something I got off of YouTube, copyright free. It's not my own creation. It's pretty good, whoever came up with it. So let's give it a try. Okay, sounded pretty good. I don't have a dB meter out here, but it's at least 90 dB or so. Sounds pretty clean. Again, it took me a little while to get the speakers leveled together, playing nicely together, but it's not bad. Again, this is not something I'm gonna be grabbing though when I wanna do this setup. I have better speakers, my Bose pair S1 Pros. The last video I did dealing with the Maui 5 Go is something I would prefer over this setup. But this setup is very portable. That Fishman is very light, and I like the form factor. It's very small, just I wish it had a pole mount. The Behringer is a little heavier, more of a traditional size speaker, and not bad, not bad. It's pretty good price on the Behringer. One more sound demo. On this one, as I previewed it, I couldn't turn it up too loud, or I started hearing some distortion on the low notes coming from the Fishman. Again, you got a small little speaker there. It's not a subwoofer. So I did have to back that off a little. Let's give it a listen. Okay, like I said, it's not my best system, but it is not bad. Something to throw in the car, listen at the park like I'm doing now on a nice day. Has pretty good sound, but you're not going to get the volume if you really want to get some juice going. You're not going to get the volume of 100 dB like the other speakers I've demonstrated. So you want a performance, you have to pay the extra money. Okay, hope this was a video that just gives you an idea what else is out there. Like I said, I just did this because these speakers have been sitting around and I figured I should really use them. I purchased them a while ago, but I have other choices. So hope you liked it. Next time. Okay, here we are back in the homestead. A couple of things I'd like to mention before we wrap this up completely. I didn't mention the weight. The Fishman is a little heavier at 21 pounds, still very manageable. It just has a small form factor. The way it sits in the hand is nice. The Behringer is a little lighter at 18 pounds, but again, a little larger form factor. So this has been a budget solution for a battery powered situation. So I'm thinking of a situation where you would need two speakers instead of just one. So that's why I showed you outside. You need a little more volume. So this is pretty much the least expensive options out there. The Fishman is $500. And again, it's mainly used for an acoustic guitar amplifier. But people are using it for busking also. But it's also good for vocals. And it has a lot of power for its size. I would say it's equal in power to the Bose S1 Pro, which isn't that much more expensive, which is at $600 compared to $500. But the Behringer on the right here, that's the budget champion. That's going for $260. And it has a very nice sound. The battery is great. The only issue I have with it is when you get too loud, it tells you right away. It gets harsh when it starts reaching its limit. Another big negative about the Behringer, you might be wondering why would you go with two different amps? Why not just two Behringers? Well, the Behringer doesn't have a line out, so you can't connect to easily. You would have to use a mixer, and that kind of defeats the purpose. A mixer, I would need some type of battery power, and I really don't want to have cables, 15-foot runs of cables going to a mixer. So this is the type of system I'm trying to do, a minimalist system where you don't have a bunch of cables, you don't have a mixer. So that's why I went with one Behringer and one Fishman. So that pretty much wraps it up. Of course, the next step up would be your S1 Pros, a pair of them. And I said before, I have not tested them outdoors, so I really can't give you dB figures, how much louder that would be than this. It's something I might do in the future. But pretty much my next project for YouTube is to go away from battery powered speakers. I've done quite a bit about it. And I'm gonna go back to a micro system, but AC powered. So anytime you go to AC powered, you're gonna get more dBs, more volume. I believe the highest battery powered speaker that the engineers have been able to accomplish at this point is about 120 dB. That's about as loud as you can get. But once you step up to AC power, Now your smallest speakers, like the QSC line that I've shared in the past, they get 124 dB on a $400 speaker, the QSC CP8. So that's what I'm going to be showing. The next situation is a micro system, but without battery powered. Not necessarily Bluetooth either, but something that needs AC power. Okay, keep your eyes open for those videos. They should be coming soon. I hope you enjoyed.